Hi and welcome to my presentation. My name is Sandra Ramirez and I will be presenting religious theme and practice from an Islamic, Jewish, Christian, and Hindu perspective. Let's get started. What is my presentation about? I will be presenting some of the themes and religious practices in the film. I will be looking at the 5 pillars of Islam, the second one which is prayer. I will also look at the hijab and lastly arranged marriages. My comparative analysis will be looking at the Jewish, Christian, and Hindu religious themes to find some of the similarities and differences. I chose this movie because religious boundaries are crossed and a friendship blossoms between Rochel, an Orthodox Jew, and Nasira, who is Muslim. Overall, it conveys an inspirational, uplifting message. Let's look at the social location and description. Orange is an independent film by director Stefan C. Schiaffer and Diane Crespo, written by Stefan and Yuda Silverman, based on her true story. It was released on March 11, 2007. The independent film has received 6 awards. The location of the film takes place in Brooklyn, New York. The time period takes place during the 21st century. Let's look at some of the scenes where religion and portrayal appears. In this first scene, the principal questions Nasira's hijab and wants to know if her father makes her wear it. Nasira states, "I chose to wear the hijab. It's my choice as an expression of my beliefs and my adherence to what's written in the Quran about feminine modesty." The religious concept portrayed is of feminine modesty. I will do a comparative analysis with Judaism and the kippah, which is worn by most Orthodox Jewish men as a sign of respect and fear of God. In this second scene, Nasira's father, Abdul, is washing hands, face, neck, and feet, whispering indistinctly. The concept portrayed in this scene is from the 5 pillars of Islam, creed and prayer, which is done before praying as a ritual of purification with water. I will do a comparative analysis with Christianity and the concept of baptism, a sacrament that also conveys the purification of oneself but only is done once. In this third scene, the parents of Nasira are arranging for her arranged marriage. Nasira is nervous to meet Jamil and is late. The concept portrayed in that scene is of Islamic religious practices, the part which marriage is a civil contract and is practiced in traditional Muslim societies. I will do a comparative analysis with Hinduism and the religious practice of marriage as a sacred, legal, and moral requirement. I will now do a comparative analysis within Judaism. In Islam, the hijab is a principle of modesty based on the teachings of the Quran. Men wear it as a sign of maturity. Compared to Judaism, Jewish men wear the skull cap as a sign of respect and fear of God. In Islamic faith, they believe in one God, referred to as Allah, which has 99 meanings. In Judaism, they believe in one God and believe that the Messiah will one day return. In Islam, teachings come from the Quran versus Judaism, teachings come from the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, divided into 3 sections, teachings, prophets, and writings. Both religions view the covering of their heads as a sacred practice. Both religions worship the same God. Both religious texts are viewed as sacred. I will now do a comparative analysis within Christianity. In Islam, Muslims must accept and practice the 5 pillars of Islam. The second pillar includes the ritual purification with water, washing the hands, face, neck, and feet before praying. In Christianity, Christians must accept and fulfill the sacrament of baptism, a ritual cleansing with water, originally involving complete immersion of the body. In Islam, the 4th pillar is fasting during Ramadan, where Muslims must pray and fast to create a bond that unites them. In Christianity, Lent is a preparation for Easter marked by fasting, prayer, and giving up pleasures. In Islam, a mosque is a house of worship. In Christianity, a church or temple is a house of worship. Both religions believe in the ritual cleansing of water. Both religions believe and practice fasting, praying, and avoiding human-seeking pleasures. Both Muslim and Christians have a place of worship. Lastly, I will do a comparative analysis within Hinduism. In Islam, Muslims believe marriage is a civil contract. In Hinduism, Hindus believe that marriage is a sacred and legal moral requirement. In Islam, they believe that They will be accountable to Allah on the Day of Judgment. Hindus believe in the cycle of reincarnation. In Islam, wine is forbidden due to its association with violence and addiction. In Hinduism, all animals are sacred, especially cows. Similarly, both religions practice arranged marriages. Both Islamic and Hindus believe in life after death. Both Islamic and Hindus have dietary restrictions that should be followed. Concluding interpretive reflections, I believe the writer-producer was trying to bring in a story to life about an Orthodox Jewish woman and Muslim woman who come together and are able to form a friendship, and despite their inner struggles within themselves, to fit into society and to fit into within their families, as both were facing arranged marriages. I have put 2 quotes to support my statement. And that concludes my presentation for today. Thank you.